Hello? Hello? Am I think I'm like, moment. Okay. Hi guys. Welcome to another Tarcy Talks. And yeah, uh, thank you for, even though we're a little bit later than usual, thank you for coming and watching us. Again, this really, how do I put it? The streams are all more for the students. So, and considering that this week is exams week, it's Perio week, we wanted to do something light to, just have something, At the same time, we wanted something relatable. So, I mean, I suppose we could have done something like another game stream or whatever. There have been a few VODs of some games that have been uploaded on the channel recently. I suppose we could have done something like that, but at the same time, we want the content always to be geared towards you. So, and yeah, I was trying to think. Honestly, I was thinking last night, yes, this morning, what are things that we can do on the stream that will kind of put us more in contact with what you guys are familiar with, what you guys are involved with. And honestly, the only thing I could think of was K-pop. That was the only thing I could think of. I mean, I could have thought more general in terms of like, like that Twitter stream we did, in which but that was more a specific case and rather than Twitter as a whole. I still don't know how to use Twitter. I normally just ask Joshua to help me with it, and then he does most of the heavy lifting. But yeah, so this we're talking about K-pop, and I have very little exposure to K-pop other than what my friends have shown, what I glimpse whenever I see people playing K-pop around me, and the short snippets. So, I mean, I see stuff. I see a lot of stuff. I don't think I've sat through an entire music video of K-pop before today. And even then, that was a little, I'll say it's a little difficult. In a sense, it's really different from what I'm normally used to. Okay, so I kind of want to contextualize this class because I mean, this is an educational channel. We do. I kind of still want to keep the context of it. This is a class, and we're trying to make a point here. We're trying to, So I guess this is more of how to relate to your teachers who might have different tastes from you. And no, honest, I think I'm kind of in a weird spot. Just to mention, I feel a lot older than I am, and at the same time, a lot younger than other teachers. A lot older because, so I am. For those who don't know, I am 31. I'm 31, turning 32 this year. Not that old, I think. I don't think that's that old. And K-pop started becoming popular when I was in college. And okay, I mean, that's a thing. But at the same time, I feel like I have the taste of an older person. I mean to say, so if I'm 32, I probably have the taste of someone who is 40, 45, 50. Honestly, I know. I think I attribute it more to my dad because whenever we were in long car rides, he'd be in charge of the radio, and that's all I would listen to. And even after I started driving on my own, I'd still listen to the same stations. So I normally don't. Even when I was in high school, I think I was listening to older music, which is why I have older days. Okay. So here, let me kind of show what I mean. Hang on. How do I do this without exposing too much? Hang on. Okay, here. I will show. Okay, this is going to be a bit weird, pero hang on. Let me switch so that doesn't show too much. And okay, so I'll show you my Spotify. Switch to this. Okay, so that's my Spotify. And honestly, most of this I think is older. Hang on, let's switch to artists. Okay, there we go. Okay, so actually maybe not older, but I think they're pretty unique. Last time I got my Spotify, what did you call it? The year review or the year of Spotify. My top genre was otacore, and I didn't know that was a genre. And it's because of all of the video game music. And so I don't think there's a mainstream artist here. Oh, Spotify Wrapped. Okay, so so I don't think I have a mainstream artist here. I think the closest I have to mainstream is which one? Do I have one? Longest Johns, maybe. And even that's pretty niche. Do I have one? I think this is all pretty niche. So all of this is along the region of this is jazz, this is video game music, this is kind of folk Celtic music. This is metal. This is this guy, for example. I remember following him because of his metal covers. Also, this guy, he has a few metals. And so yeah, I am pretty ano ba? Hipster. Hipster is that the right term? Maybe, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's. I don't think I have a mainstream artist. There's no Taylor Swift here. There's no Bruno Mars. There's no. And honestly, wait, I'm not sure. Are those people still popular? Am I stuck in 2010, 2015? But yeah, so no K-pop here. Not a single one. Anyway, so I think I've exposed myself enough. Let me just switch back to my. Where's that? Where is my. Okay, there we go. So yeah, as you can probably tell from that, I don't listen to I mean, I've heard I hear regular music in the car, in the radio, by by extension whenever someone incorporates music into a project or something. So I'm vaguely familiar, but as for K-pop, no. I mean, it's all just snippets, what I see in commercials, what I see in the news. So all of these small things. And I guess this is me trying to understand a little bit more about K-pop. And so I asked for recommendations, and I wasn't able to listen to all of them. I listened to a few. I can't justify 1 hour of just watching music videos of K-pop. So even a Monday, that's a work day. So anyway, so yeah, this is me dipping my toe in, and well, Joshua, Sir Q, I think he has more experience than me in K-pop because his girlfriend is more into it. So yeah, we'll be talking a little bit about that. So let me switch to the Discord call so that I can talk to Joshua. Hang on. Where's that unmute button? Hello?
Hey, hi everyone. Hi. Good evening. I think we lost a lot of viewers from earlier this evening.
Oh, really?
Like I think we had 20 people plus waiting at 8 o'clock. They didn't know that we would be starting late, but it's okay. Like we said, it's a Monday, and besides, it's a very especially busy day because everyone's preparing for their finals exam. So I honestly wonder if we can ask people in the chat actually, like what are we comprised of right now aside from us three, you, me, and Nathan watching the stream, which are already 3 views on, on the stream. How about the others that are with us right now? So we've got Jansen. Jansen's an alumni, right? I'm not mistaken.
Which Johnson is it ba?
On our comment section. You're not reading the comment section?
Hang on, I'm fixing something kasi where's that?
But
Sorry,
aside from that,
continue.
our 11, I hope you're okay, you're well, and studying well. Grade 11 pa, oh my gosh. Sorry, Jansen. So I hope your study as well. Just keep us in the background while we talk about the objective of today, which is apparently how do you relate to us teachers on when there's difference of tastes? Hannah, that's Hannah. Hannah, hi. Oh, sorry, Milo. Long time no see. Hi, Jed. So, we've got our alumni here, our long-standing fans of the channel. Thanks for here. Oh no, I have to be very, very careful to what I say about K-pop. But it's something that it's not just about K-pop, but like what Sir Tarcy said, it's all about how do students, if you're alumni or even currently a PSI student, how do you relate to peers when they are generations away from you, not just based from age, but also based from taste? And how do you feel like about when you hear teachers reference what's in nowadays, like K-pop? So in this scenario, do you cringe? Do you feel that, or do you find it cool? Oh, nakiki ano din si yung teachers namin. They know what we like. And or do you feel like suspicious
Hello,
for their
Josh.
lessons? Oh, how far
Uh,
did I lose?
no, no, just like a second back. So
Like, or are you thinking that, oh, you should be cautious about this? He's just thinking about of a segue on how to relate K-pop to the lesson right now. Therefore, he's not really a fan. And considering that K-pop is such a huge wave that it touches all aspects right now, not just the K-pop, the music industry, music video industry, Grammys all across around the world. It has been creating landmarks. It also influenced the entertainment industry in terms of K-drama as well, and also the way how it influences everyone else, that it's now becoming the cookie pattern as to how entertainment should be because it's working for them. Therefore, should it work for us as well? See that it's happening with our own local industry, that we're trying to shape it in a way that it copies them. But before going that far, what about your teachers? How did how are we related to K-pop? Now, Mark was right that I kind of got into K-pop because of my girlfriend, Mina. Mina is here also in the chat. Hi, Mina. But honestly, my first experience of K-pop was much earlier. So, K-pop from I think the proper term was the Hallyu. You
the
know
what?
Hallyu, Mark? Hallyu. So HLL, double L or single L? I think single L. YU. So it's the wave, the Korean wave. And this actually happened back then when I was in high school. So can you imagine, like you, I also get to experience something like this, K-pop. The thing is, uh, what was I during high school? Now the thing is, Sir Darcy dropped his age. And
I mean, they don't know our relative age, so you can still cheat.
a lot of people think that Sir Tarcy's the eldest among us two, or older than us two. It's actually not true. I'm older than Sir Tarcy. And now that you know that I'm older than him, it's more than the age that he had provided. Okay, so yes, Castle says it's a high wave. So yes, I was part of the first wave actually, but I didn't really recognize it back then. The reason why I was exposed to K-pop back then when I was in high school was because of anime. A super weeb, super duper weeb, super duper. As in, back then, the only anime that our high school students were exposed to were the ones that were in local TV, and those were the ones that were dubbed, titleized. For me, I kind of stepped it up because we had cable back then, and I got to watch anime on Animax. I got to watch anime on AXN and all the other cable channels that had provided anime. And part of that I didn't realize was that some of the songs were actually sung by Korean artists. Two of them, notably, I mentioned on my tweet earlier, was that one was from Boa and the other one was from Yunha. Boa had her song in one of the animes. I can't remember. I can't remember because it was uh, I can't remember because what I remember more was that back then in on Animax channel, is there still Animax nowadays? I don't know. In the time of when you have on streaming, stream on demand, watch on demand anime series, is Animax still alive?
I have no idea,
Now,
honestly.
but back then in Animax, aside from the filler advertisements in between anime shows, they actually had uh, portions where they would play music videos. And one of those music videos was actually from Boa. Uh, and from then on, I really got stuck to Boa as I really downloaded all her music videos illegally. Wala pang torrent back then, so it's really hard to download. And
Josh,
everything.
your mic's a little scratchy.
Really?
Do you
Huh.
have
No, I don't have anything on right now. That's weird. Oh, hello.
Anyway, so yeah.
Uh, fixing my mic. Oh, I don't know why. Maybe I should buy a new mic. Anyways, so with regard, let me just point the electric fan away. Then maybe that's the one. Alright. Now that's my exposure to. I think had a song that was played for One Piece, if I'm not mistaken. I don't watch
Did,
One Piece kasi
did you?
I
Okay.
didn't watch, so that's. But I knew that she had that because her music video was played also on Animax. But from then on, I followed her career. Both of these artists were from Korea, but they made it first in Japan, then went back to Korea, and they were actually part of the first and second wave. And that was my experience from K-pop. After that, wala na. I only heard of K-pop again uh, nung turunan nila and much a little bit later on after kasi K-pop was there during my time in College of Law, but not that big. Later on bandang nung mag-graduate na ako, although medyo late ako nag-graduate, around 2014, 15, medyo big na sila. You had your mainstream BTS that time making the waves. And even then on, I just hear, I just see K-pop everywhere.
Mm.
Uh, on the radio. Now, me and Tarcy listen to different radio stations. I'm more on the current trend that listens to what's up and what's hot like that. But also, although like I hear it in restaurants, but the thing is that me and Nina frequent are Korean samgyeopsal restaurants. So talagang we hear K-pop songs to be played there. That's our way to figure out authentic nga ba tong Korean restaurant na 'to? Are they playing K-pop songs?
Okay.
uh, that aside for that, Twitter, however, Twitter is oh my god, that's another culture that I kind of hope that we could talk with our community with our chat right now. Is that how is it that it's like on Twitter you're arguing about something and then someone just posts something unrelated but it's K-pop something. And I don't know why it's in these threads that you find them. I'm thinking, is it a bot? No eh. The one that's posting there, kilala ko. So like, it's happening. So is there a culture that I don't understand when it comes to K-pop? So yeah. So that's my introduction with regards to K-pop.
Okay. So hang on. Try and fix the OBS scene. Switch to the upper view. Mm, there we go. Okay. Hang on. Give me a sec. Okay. So we're actually going to talk about K-pop, not just like introduction, pero at the same time to contextualize that we're talking more about impressions. Earlier today we asked for, well, I asked for some recommendations so that I could finally dip my toe into K-pop and form some ideas. I watched a few. I couldn't watch too many, but Sir Q watched a bit more, and so he might have few more impressions compared to me. Yeah, let me fix the scene. Oh, hang on, give me a sec. Okay, let me just switch. Okay, so okay, I guess.
Nina's also here.
Okay, I think I should start because I exposed myself less compared to you. So I think you'll have a weightier opinion. And okay, so I'm going to talk about more along the lines of what I'm used to in terms of. Okay, can someone clarify for me? I'm sorry, wrong button. There we go. Okay, can someone kind of clarify? Is K-pop the music, or it includes the group? Is it also the video? Parang can someone clarify that for me? Ikaw, what do you think?
Concept on its own. Honestly, from what I hear from people, it's a concept of its own. It's like it's Hallyu, it's the wave, it's it's entertainment as a whole. No, I'm afraid that Nina would later on what I'm talking about, but it's really. Oh yeah, so Ross actually said it really depends on your focus because a lot of people focuses on different aspects in K-pop. Some of them have actually embraced it as a whole. Some I see it as honestly. Now this is the Sockside teacher in me. I see it as a huge loss of money for the Philippines because
Okay.
we're really suckers as to how much we spend into this entertainment. If it helps you yourself, if it's a capitalist world that's out there that churns the mechanism that if there's a demand, they'll most likely supply it and make you thirst for more or
Okay.
hunger
Okay.
for more.
Okay. So
Uh,
I guess that comes to my parang my first, I suppose, impression on K-pop is it's very visual. Parang I I'm not sure if I can imagine K-pop as the same thing without watching the music video, which is different from what I know about music. Well, or at least my initial concept about music. Because for me, music, I mean, it's something you play on the radio, it's something you listen to. I don't even know what half of the artists I listen to look like. So, and honestly, I don't care that much. So as long as I listen to them, it sounds great. Uh, and yeah, but I don't know, parang looking at some of the videos that I did, ang taas ng production value na parang,
yeah,
and
that's true. That's true.
you can imagine parang, or rather, I can't imagine them just releasing it as an album and then without a music video and then parang generating as much hype. I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true. That's one thing that you caught on. It's really it. I think it really they really touch on the visual in that scenario that it needs to be catchy, trendy, something that people will like seeing. And that's the thing. It really changed a whole different generation as to what what our generation was. Because what was our music videos back then? You had this emo trend, this punk rock trend, music videos from movies. Actually, honestly, for me, the only music videos that I got to watch back then were the ones that came from from I watch on MTV, and that
Mm.
was
They pretty much
that's a
spliced in
horror.
the movie na, ano, and then
Exactly like
so the movie and then spliced in some pictures of the band being playing and then back to the movie and back and forth.
that's why it's so much different when based on the suggestions that was shown to us was that it's very them. It focuses on them. But and it's very different because you see their moves, you see that they can dance really well. Their song is very different. Their lyrics also are very different. Like all of them are out there. They really dance well. Their music is catchy also, but might not match with the dances. Then the song might be actually opposite of what the Bikini Boppity song is, but apparently it touches on a very heavy aspect on like mental health or about um abuse against women. And it's like is this whole concept that is inside. Then you have a music video about something weird like well, based on what I watched, like I think I saw Luna earlier. Well, I'll discuss it later. Like this very weird concept, but the lyrics were very heavy as well. So
Mm.
yeah, well, that's from our perspective. That what we're getting from now.
Mm. Okay. And personally, at least in my personal experience, I'm sure a lot of people enjoy it, and I can see that I can definitely see how it's entertaining. But my general experience with music is I'm parang less is more. Parang I in general I like instrumentals. If someone starts putting lyrics to the music that I'm listening to, I start getting confused because I have to pay attention to the music, then I have to pay attention to what the lyrics are saying, and then the lyrics also have their own tone. So parang honestly, if you look at if you look back at the Spotify artists that I kind of I showed earlier, most of those are instrumentals, most of those, and even the ones that have lyrics, most those are the ones that it's mostly the lyrics that have the music. So like the longest johns, they focus on They focus on shanties. So honestly, it's mostly a cappella with a few percussion and so yun parang
Yeah, for
I
our
get
viewers
really
right now, you
overwhelmed.
have to understand. Sir Tarcy isn't speaking on behalf of our generation. We,
Oh
Sir
yeah,
Tarcy, we
no.
just moved on our
I'm
own.
I'm talking about me.
Sinitan was also so
I'm again
teachers also.
I mentioned it before. I'm a lot. I feel a lot older than I am. So
But
take that into
you know
account.
what's surprising?
Hmm?
Based on what you said, you know what's surprising is because uh okay, yes, the 8-track songs because they release the main songs as in the ones that are very catchy, the ones that are very great. But apparently, a lot of K-pop artists also have their B-track songs, where it's very very different from the what do you call it? I can't remember. Mina told me this, but it's very very different from their main song, their title song. But it's also it captures a whole different audience as well. So like they try to um there's one song from BTS. I'm not that much into BTS. The the bigger songs, but they do have B track songs that are very very instrumental and very very nice. It's very slow. It's very there's a term for that. Oh my gosh, I forgot. You know, help me out. Well, something when it comes to genre about the slow romantic songs. Oh no, she's gonna kill me for it. But oh my gosh, Hyun sings a lot of these songs, so maybe that could work out from that group. But it's different because it's these K-pop groups. They don't just churn out the same song every time. They actually ballads here. You know about it. They actually they also provide ballads. They also provide um a whole variety of songs. So that's why it's very surprising, honestly, if you get
Oh,
into the uh, K-pop world, and it's very scary as well. So
okay.
let's try to comment on this on the first one that
Uh,
we see on the screen right now.
okay. That one I okay. How do I put it? Um, okay. First off, I'm very grateful for all the suggestions that came in. I will try to watch it again, but it's honestly I do get a bit overwhelmed with how much is going on. Parang I can't
True, that's
process
true.
all of it.
It's
I
honestly,
remember. I think I end up this one. I end up stopping like 2 minutes in. Parang I asked myself, okay, what did I get? What did I understand from this song? I mean, okay. I mean, very very punk-ish. But honestly, I could get that from what they're wearing. Um,
yes.
that's honestly, I think that's it. I think that's
Okay. From my perspective, if I would say, I'm a little bit biased against, not against, but more on mine. I was a little bit exposed to Red Velvet before I heard their songs was because they were featured in oh my gosh, what was the name of that K drama? Uh, Descendants of the Sun. They were part of the I think second to the last episode or the last episode where the main character fan boyed over them when they performed on stage. And it was funny. It was a fun cameo for them. But also, uh, this is a group that I always see requested whenever we and Nina go to some gift shop. So in a some group, like when we go to Romantic Baboy, we know music videos they play because it's always in alphabetical. So, we
okay.
know, oh, malapit na yung next na gusto namin. Gusto na, bigla na may mag-request na pakilagay po sa Red Velvet. And like, oh, why did you do that? Like, so, I'm a bit against. But in fairness, I really, their songs really, really out there. As in, yeah, so the comments that you'd see on the lower right, those are my comments that I'm watching them. So, Sir Tarsi is very busy on a Monday. Me, um, I have lots of breaks in between my reading, so I didn't get to watch the suggestions. So yeah, it was very suave and cool because I'm actually surprised that I know that they're an edgy group, but this song specifically, "Bad Boy," was very very much more than that. I've been used to with them. Yeah, it was very angas for me. What I got from them, and that's the thing. It's very different from what were the girl groups during our time. Um, Spice Girls.
I mean,
Although
I
I'm
don't think
kind
it
of angas
compares.
sometimes.
No, it's not. I don't think.
Hannah Montana.
No, that's not. Wala, I don't. Is there an angas? I mean, I suppose maybe the closest might be the Avril songs.
Yeah,
Pero even then,
yeah.
it's more of the song rather than. See, I think here, angas is, well, yeah, it's a lot presentation.
Okay, okay. So that's our concept of based from this. And to have a five girl group, it's very different from what we were used to back then during our time because we would only see boy groups, right? Mark, am I right? During our
Boy,
time,
boy bands, yeah, parang more boy bands than girl bands.
girl bands.
Were there any girl bands?
There weren't any girl bands, or it wasn't that popular for us back then.
I think
Sex
Spice Girls was
Bomb.
the only thing that I. Okay,
I
but
don't.
I think
Yeah,
Spice
yeah.
Girls was the only one that I.
Oh, I wonder why though. Like, would you give a guess why? Like, is it a patriarchal system back then? Like, we were very much into guys, watching guys,
Mm,
or
I don't
girls
know.
didn't really
Maybe
purchase or wasn't that much into music back then.
maybe it's more of ano. Maybe it's kind of an advertising thing na parang maybe
Feel?
uh in terms of the demographic, parang uh the men wouldn't spend so much on music
Oh,
merchandise compared to
maybe,
uh
maybe.
I don't know.
Although the One Direction tickets were like 25K when they were here in the Philippines, like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive. But yeah, okay. Honestly, we can't say much about what happened during our time because we went outside that much as well. So next up, let's see what the next suggestion that we got was. Oh shoot, I have to
Hi.
check. I also.
Yeah, it's so yeah, go ahead. It's
Oh, okay. So
check.
this one was. Oh wait, I have my list also. Who is this?
Hmm?
Shoot.
It's C.
Let's see. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So this is Itzy, and oh shoot, this was super more out there. Like the focus really was the dance because their dance was very out there. It's not girlish. I wouldn't say it's because like it's unfair to say what is girlish. True, because everyone does dance differently nowadays. But honestly, their dance was more out there than others. Now it's hard for me to comment on their lyrics because some of the music videos don't provide English translations. So
Mm.
it was hard, but this group, man, it was really onto the dance. And that's the thing. In our time, were there any action? Did we actually think of dances in music videos?
I mean, I know the boy bands. I think that's as far as it got.
But like in dancing, like we'd have Westlife and Sync. What the dance video?
I don't know.
Still, man. When they just
I think Backstreet Boys
Backstreet
is the
Boys,
only
yeah.
one. Yeah, that's the only thing I
Backstreet
can
Boys
really
is the,
popping on.
exactly. Backstreet Boys is the closest when it comes to much movement or dancing. But the others is really they focus on the vocals. And this group, man, I was really just blown away because I still have to find the lyric translation. Okay. Uh let's go to the next one. Now next one is actually I hear this a lot because it was really popular. And
Oh, okay,
if
this one
there was
this one I watched full. Parang this wasn't. I think this is
so
the most
so
similar to what I'm used to, or to what I could be exposed to.
so
Bakit?
Sigma, what made you sit throughout the whole music video?
No, I think parang I mean the previous two I watched a little bit. I think the song here was gentler. Parang which I think I prefer more compared to Then again, I listen to metal. It's a difference. But anyway, parang it's gentler compared to the other ones. So parang
That's it's very beautiful. Like I said, boppity. It's like a teen bop kind of ish music and very catchy.
hmm, the
No,
video itself was kind of ano ba? Okay, one thing I'm kind of confused about ano, uh, music videos. No, I think it's not just K-pop. It's music videos in general. What's up with that? No? What's up with all the different scenes? And parang I was paying attention to the scenes, pero I I think I watched this video twice. Parang I think twice. And
because of that.
no. All right, o nga pala yun yung pangalan ng But okay, the first time more to listen and okay, I got through it. The second was trying to understand and I was trying to kind of connect the video to the song and a little bit yeah, pero at the same time parang kasi if I try to remember older music videos, parang there's like one storyline and then they kind of try to bring it. But the few music videos that I watched earlier, parang they jump from this scene to this scene to this scene, and parang hindi ko ma-connect.
So it's a whole arc. Now, before we go into the details of the universe of Twice, more on you can admit naman if you like the music video, that's why you watch it again. Mm, I like their songs, especially when working out, because it really hypes you. And it does hype you because there's an uplift to it. And the music video itself, I think what it was getting to is that what is love in relation to the different um different perspectives of love in from different movies. I think what they're showing each scene was that like they were referencing different Western movies. I think there was Princess
Yeah. Okay.
Diaries there. There was I can't
I
remember
think
the others, but
I think I
it
only
felt very
recognize La La
different for
Land.
them.
Mm.
Oh yeah, La La Land. Yeah, but La La Land was there. Yeah.
Mm.
And that's the thing. That's something that's very surprising for me because K-pop for me is something that they would always try to promote their own culture, right? Because it's
That's true.
their heritage. A different thing when they were trying to like try to reach out to Western. So for me, it's a whole. Now I know that is this an invasion? Is this a revolution? Is this something that is trying to reach out now to a bigger audience? And it seems like that this is the direction that K-pop is. It's being more inclusive of everyone rather than exclusive. And ayun, and one thing that surprised me was ang daming members. I mean, back then, Spice Girls was already many because there were 5 members, and it was hard for people to catch up with their lives. But a group of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, I don't memorize how many there are. 9 members. Can you imagine a group dancing to a choreography? For you. Do you find it a lot in a group?
No, actually, that's another thing that I had a question about. Parang all of them are considered parang main members, no? Parang
Yeah,
walang
exactly. Yeah, there's no sidetrack, and all of them have different roles. That's another thing I realized. Especially like one of them is a rapper. Oh, that's another thing that we forgot to mention. K-pop would always have a rap line. Now, this how do you view this? Is this new to you? Is this surprising?
Actually, I also did notice that na parang laging parang may rap portion. But this one didn't have one, did it? Parang maybe that's why I was into it. But okay. But was there a meaning to that? Is there a reason? You know?
They say that it's based on history. Not history, but uh, it's something that is always there. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm surprised because even in J-pop songs, you'd have songs that would always have a rap line. I was already surprised back then, but when I heard K-pop, oh, okay, it's a thing. It's really like that. Remember GTO? GTO, its ending song was very solemn, very slow, and then suddenly become my rap. Like, whoa, what's this? And same goes for K-pop song. So I'm not sure sino nauna, but it seems like it's not a trend. It seems to be that's their culture. in their songs.
Okay.
So I will see in the comments later on someone explaining this for us. But yeah, for me also same as Sir Tarcy, surprised that each and every one of them are actually main, like they're a main what you call this? They're a main, not character, main member. They're not side members of the group. Like, whoa. Okay, there's another thing that I found very, very surprising. Culture shock, you can even say.
Mm.
When groups, like BTS, when I've heard their concerts or watched their concerts online, you'd hear girls screaming their names. So there's the fan chant. Like, I don't know, I don't memorize their names, but there'd be fan chants. So sabi ko, grabe naman girls talaga, there's so much support for, so much love, so much support for those boy groups. Talagang fan-driven yung mga to. But then I said, oh, it's not just the boy groups. Show me a video of Twice playing, dancing in a concert. Sorry, performing in a concert, and Twice also has a fan chant, and it's all guys, and it's so scary to hear because it's like mas cool to ish ang guys than girls. So I
Okay.
don't know, but it's surprising that attend concerts too. So it's a different thing nowadays.
All right, let's go. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, let's go to the next one.
Okay. This one I don't think I managed to watch
No,
this.
okay. Me, I was able to watch it, and this is my vibe. Oh my gosh, I really like the music. Now, this was suggested, but I didn't recognize this at first. I remember that this was actually suggested to me by Nina back then. She actually created a playlist for me to get into K-pop. So like, how to slowly integrate into K-pop, and this was one of the songs. And she actually recognized what were my tastes. And IU's song, this is IU. Blooming, super okay. It's super chill. Mike, the songs that you play, di ba you said na minsan, why is it all of the background music that are so nice and fun to hear to the music usually come from K-drama, like the Korean music?
Yeah.
You said that na minsan, di
Yeah, I
ba?
agree.
Like there's a certain tone to K-drama music that's fun and something that's nice to listen to, uplifting. And her song is something like that. And it's so whoa. Like, kasi I've been used to when it's a girl group, it's usually like Twice. Then I got exposed to like Blackpink, edgy kind of a K-pop. But mine was something like you were saying, it caters to every kind of taste. And this is for me, my personal taste. Like, oh my gosh, please. Not only that, I'm surprised that she's 28. She doesn't look 28. Like, she looks super young in this music video, as in super. She's also an actress. So, uh, she's, actress in movie, but TV series that you actually have, although that's not new for Philippines, our actors and actresses are required to have a concert, an album, and run for politics. So for us Filipinos, not that much surprising. But again, to see the crossover from K-pop to K-drama, it's nice to see. It's actually fun, and I think that's the way how they promote both the drama, K-drama, and the K-pop industry. Uh, Ayun, that's my input for this. But yes, I'm now I'm an I fan. I've yet to other songs though. She came from the Philippines.
Gosh,
Good to
you're
see
kind of
her.
breaking up a lot. Are you sure you know?
No. Yeah, I think it's the internet. Sorry. Okay, we can go next.
Hang on, give me a sec. Okay, so next is, yeah, my computer's struggling. Okay, Luna, Heart
Hey,
Attack.
oh, this is weird. Did you watch this?
Uh, No, I don't think I am.
Okay, don't worry. But if you get a chance to watch this, this is the perfect example of what you were saying. That super abstract. Like I don't know what was happening. I mean, is this a stalker fan? Is this like it was super abstract that I don't know what I was watching. The lyrics itself was still talking about something else. The song was really nice though. Like it's super, but it's super cute. But what one thing that I kind of want to ask is that Luna has a very huge fan base on Twitter. Like I don't know why people keep on plugging Luna everywhere. Like even to the point that my mutuals have actually are part of that. It feels like a copy pasta to me that you
Right.
see them everywhere. That I don't know why they're plugging it when no one's asking. I think it's because that they're waiting for a comeback or something. But I why that's happening? So she's they're everywhere. But I thought Luna was so good though. Like or is it because Luna Chu is that why?
Sorry again.
Luna it says Luna Chu. I
Mm-hmm.
I thought that Luna was a group kasi based from
Mm.
how I see it on Twitter. But the focus here on this music video was actually just one singer. So maybe people in chat could help us understand. Maybe that's why it says Luna Chu. Like they actually diversify the group that they allow the separate the group to actually come out with singles. Oh yeah, so yeah, Milo says that it does. She does come from Luna, the group. So that's one thing. That's another thing that's very surprising for me that K-pop groups actually promote their members to come out with their own singles. And I thought
Mm.
in Western world, kasi if an artist thinks of making their own song, it's as though that they're breaking up the group, right?
Mm.
Do you know? Did you did you know that concept in the Western world? Like also apparently Luna has 12 members.
Oh, okay.
But in the music video, it really focused on one. I think co-member ba niya yung I think she was trying to sway or uh win. Uh, but yeah, it's super surprising because industry that you're not allowed to make your own direction or make your own uh album song or whatever. You're
Mm.
supposed to make it for the group only, which was such a Western concept.
Mm-hmm.
That's why there were a lot of breakups in Western groups because of this thinking. But for K-pop, I'm really surprised that they actually allow this to happen, and it's nice of them actually. Honestly, because we can't deny the fact that some members will be more popular than the others. Some
Mm-hmm.
members will actually make it more than the others, but they actually support each other in this scenario. I just see these stories online. I'm not sure if they're true or not, but that the support for each member is really, really good. Now, I'm not just saying this because we don't want rabid fans of from Twitter coming up against this channel, although it would help the views. Uh, it's a culture that I'm kind of surprised to see. So it depends on the company because maybe the company, certain companies won't. We're not gonna drop their names. We don't that much hate on our channel. Okay, let's go to the next one. Okay, now you thought 9 members were a lot. Did you press next?
Yeah, I did.
Uh,
So
now you thought
17.
9 members were a lot. Can you imagine this many members in a group?
Okay.
What?
I'm going to admit something. I think one of the reasons na nahirapan ako sa K-pop is I have trouble
Yes.
distinguishing the different people. I mean,
Cancel Sir Tarcy. Cancel Sir Tarcy.
I can't. I unless parang they go super wild with what they look like. I have trouble figuring out who is who. Parang,
What? What? You say they look Asian?
well, I mean, they do.
No, I share the same view with you. Like, like not only okay. Honestly, not only with Asian, but also with recently I realized with white people as well, Caucasians, like, wasn't he the guy also earlier? But just
Yeah.
would slap me and say, no, that's not, that's totally different. And that's pop groups because I tell them by hair color.
Well, okay. I guess if I can tell Woozy apart. That's doable. Um, I don't know. I feel
Oh,
like if they're in the middle of dancing, I won't be able to tell who is who.
wait, now, can you imagine a group this many
Hmm?
performing in a like? Have you ever thought of this concept back then when we were younger
Well,
during
I
our
mean,
generation?
we have class performances that include 30 students. So I mean,
You don't have any class performances to to say that.
okay. I do have one question though.
Mm.
Um, and I did watch another video that was sent to me by a student directly. So baka hindi mo
Uh-huh.
napansin. So it's the group Super Junior. Are you familiar?
Oh. Yes, 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 yes. I
Okay.
have to. That's me. That's the favorite. That's me.
Oh,
That's
okay, okay. So if you know it, then good. Kasi honestly, I was surprised when I watched the video. Can you tell why? Kasi
Tell. You
there
liked
was,
it?
huh? I mean, it's okay. I mean, same confusion, pero
Yes, really.
okay. But okay, the reason that it or parang it stands out to me is there was there's a guy there who's bigger than
Oh, yeah, there is. And honestly, that's what I liked about Super Junior actually. Like I really like that guy because that they actually allowed that kind of inclusivity that and he really dances well, huh?
yeah, actually, yun.
Um
Parang I did notice that also. Pero parang it was so yung parang I was so surprised that kasi honestly when I think of K-pop, especially I think of the male artists, parang
they have to be
almost
pretty, they have to have
similar body type. And
muscles.
then I see this guy, and then he's dancing better than or parang, just as good as better than the others. Parang yun, parang tumatak sa akin. That was nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, a lot. I'm not sure if
Right.
he's the main dancer, but yeah, the fact that he can dance with the whole group and that the company actually allowed it, na, that they be composed of such very various people, it's really really cool. I think a lot of people actually like the group also because of that inclusivity as well. But yeah, yeah, Shindong, yeah, you're looking at the person you're looking for is Shindong. Um, but going back, number of members. Have you ever seen this in a Western concept?
17 guys.
Yeah.
N-
No.
no,
Diba?
definitely.
Now, one thing that struck me really was that they actually dance super good. Like, what? To be that many members and dance that well. Okay, maybe because it's okay, music video, they really have to make it really perfect. But it was really, really. Now the thing is, I don't know them based from the music. Sad to say, not their music videos, not their songs. I I only got to know them because of this is a new concept also. Another thing that you might want to talk about the variety show. I got into 17 because of the variety show that Nina showed to me about the group. She showed to me uh the go kart episode. She showed
Okay.
to me the hide and seek, the mousetrap episode. That was super funny. And actually, most of the things that I watch about K-pop idols is the variety shows because it's so fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
It's a whole different entertainment.
there's this. I remember one of my batchmates in college telling me she's watching this show called Running Man. Is that one of those?
That's another. That's another. Uh, I think they interviewed different groups. Tama ba? But
Okay, okay. So it's
yeah,
not focused on
yeah,
one group. Mm.
yeah, yeah. But some of the groups would have their own as well. Uh, recently, the last one, most recent one I watched was Monster X, but it's so fun to watch that it really dives into the what's into the minds of the different members, and that's how they make it super catchy. But also, I feel like very responsible as well to the viewers because the amount of influence that they make onto the people, it's not just on their songs, the lyrics that they play, the dances that they do, but also apparently they reach across different medias.
Mm,
So, ayun.
mm. Okay.
Okay, go. What was that?
Next.
From the suggestions you gave.
Okay, so step back. Uh,
Oh my gosh. Okay, this one, this one.
because it's
This
Boa.
is yes, because it's both. But no, it's aside from that. It's the concept behind it. The concept of SM entertainment behind this was that okay. Now I have to make a confession. I actually watched the live performance of this with Nina when she told me that she was going to perform live on the New Year's kasi every year, some of the music companies would actually show have free concerts, and SM had their concert online, and GOT their concept for this group is actually I'm not sure if other companies did this, but this is a mix of first I think first wave or second wave, first wave, second wave, third wave, and fourth wave artists. So Sean's Dora was first wave. Yeah, I think she is first wave or second wave um artist, while the others second wave, third wave, and fourth wave. And can you imagine that much you need that much cooperation between these groups? Because they come from the Taeyeon, Hyun. Okay, I'm going to butcher their names because I don't know them. But they also come from bigger groups.
Mm-hmm.
I think oh my gosh, I forgot the what was that song during our college days that sobrang sukang-suka na yung mga Pilipinas because it kept on playing?
Uh,
Girls' Generation, they had the song that just
yeah,
that
I
was
think I
what was
know
that
that one.
song?
We use it for our cheer dance. Ano nga ba yun? Yung uh, I can't remember the name.
What's the song? There was Girls' Generation that had sung that. I think it was Girls' Generation.
Mm.
G GG,
Yeah,
boom, boom,
yeah, G.
not boom.
Ah,
GG, yeah, yeah, it's GG. Everyone to the point that it had a billboard with a word vomit of GG na, and then it's just always played on the video. But that was the experience for us back then. So, all PNP back then on K-pop back then. But Taeyeon and Hyun, I think they were from, and please help me, they're from Girls' Generation. Uh, uh, okay, I just mentioned them by name. Number one, two, three, fourth, and fifth also come from a different group, from a different generation, and the last two are the latest, like the youngest members in the company, and to mix them all from coming from bigger groups, like whoa, for me. What's your thought on this? Like you haven't seen it, I know, but the concept. This is really a concept that okay, I'm just happy because Boa gets a comeback. That's one thing. But it highlights that even no matter how how okay, I don't want to say how old, but how far back she is, she can still make waves here in the current generation, which I really hope she does. Uh,
mm,
they make well. I don't think that there's anything like this in the Western Western or even Philippines, pop culture.
mhm. Hmm. Okay, I have something in mind, pero I'll mention it lang once we finish kasi
And the
I
end.
think it's more I think it's more of a whole thing.
Okay,
Like
sure. Okay, let's go to the next one.
okay, so La Dida. Is that right?
Okay, this was really weird for me. Um, Lanida, you'd think that it would be kind of fun song to listen to because the title itself was fun. But I remember it's Everglow, and Everglow is super serious. So
Mm,
I was really nothing girly about it. And uh yeah, based from the comment I said Boppity song, since the title sounded like one, but it's very different. And the rap, comparing all the raps of all the female groups. Now, I know some people cancel me for this, but the rap for Everglow is really, really. I feel like it's very different because it's really, really, the quality is much different compared to the other ones because others would try to make us a girly spin on it. And
mhm,
I don't want to say girly as derogatory, okay? For here, for Everglow, their rap is it's a whole different level for me. And that's what I found their concept is much out there compared with the other groups as well. So uh, now I'm saying this also because Mina really likes Everglow. So I can't say anything about it. But they really are. I guess if you want to talk about a girl that claims to be the other girls, this would be the group that to be talked about. I guess. I only get to watch it because it's really different.
quick,
Um,
quick question.
mhm.
How many groups are there?
I don't know. There's a lot. Like, uh, there's no supposed number to be churned out by each company because okay, what I know based from my knowledge is that there are three major companies. This company, which is an indie company, is also rising up to be one of the big ones as well. Uh Now, each company has a specific budget, but they also divide themselves in certain divisions so that they can focus on different groups under them. And surprisingly enough, there are a lot of groups under each division in every company. So, like, I wouldn't be surprised why a huge chunk of a huge chunk of the income of Korea comes from the entertainment sector because they really invest so much into it.
Mhm. Okay, okay. So, parang I was just curious. Parang if I want to dip my toe, parang even further, parang how far will I go? Parang and
To
when will I reach the
understand it.
bottom? Ano? Okay, okay. Let's go to the next one. Let's
Oh
see.
my gosh, okay. I'm so sorry. This is something that I have to apologize to everyone because I've never heard of this group. That's one thing, and it's so unfair for me to say, but that's what I got. But it felt like I was watching. There was so much Twice feels to it because I felt like Twice had was the one that conceptualized that kind of music. That's why I felt like for this group, it was kind of it felt super similar. Although I felt like are they older than Twice? I don't know. That it might be offensive though for those that stand this group, but I mean, that's what I felt, and that's something that I kind of wanted to talk about because from our perspectives as teachers or from this generation or who hasn't embraced the K-pop culture, sometimes it might our comments might be offensive a bit because we don't understand that. Like for me, that's what I saw.
Mhm.
They're kind of like the other groups. Uh,
I mean, I just mentioned earlier that I can't even differentiate their faces, so I think that's a bigger offense.
says that to be fair, there are some members here that actually trained with Twice. Oh, surprisingly, I based from what I watched from Monster X is that some of them actually were from the same training pool. That's why they have the same move sets, the same training regimen as well as to or the same songs on how what they produce. So it's not unfactable to think that sometimes it might seem the same. I made a mistake now back then that I've mistaken Monster X for GOT7. Like I said, oh, I kind of don't like I said I kind of don't like Monster X because they have this super grindy where they grind their hips like it's very okay. Then I said what group were you referring to? That's not Monster X. Are you referring to a different group? Apparently, I was. Apparently, Monster X is a whole lot wholesome than the group I was thinking of.
Mm.
Anyway, so it's a common mistake that our generation would most likely make because it seems like this to us. But if we actually study or expose ourselves to it, maybe we can understand where our students are coming from.
Okay. Last one. What's this one?
God damn it, EXO pala, EXO. EXO really shows the abs kasi. And maybe I felt insecure because I didn't have abs on my own. Or, I don't know. Okay, the last one. Last one, I didn't get to watch it that much because, uh, but I think this is the youngest group kasi. And what I see from this group is that they have the super energy. Like, they're actually performing moves faster than the other groups can perform. So
That's
like,
already fast though.
yeah, that's why like you can actually perform this faster and still in sync. Like, whoa. So that's what I got from this group. And it's very surprising that they can actually because they're fourth generation now. When you think that there's no more like they've already reached the peak in the second generation, third generation, like there's nothing more higher that or there's nothing new that you can make. They can actually create more concepts that are actually different and appealing to the audience. So ayan. There you go. Those ratings that you sent to us.
Okay. I promise I will watch them and I will provide an in-depth review on. Will I try on Twitter? Do I try on Twitter? Do you think people will want will want my?
I would think so. See what your first-hand experience of it was.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. One thing that so I want to before we kind of move to I suppose a more serious question. Okay. I want to mention that the reason that another reason I brought up the K-pop thing. One, it's a light topic, so I think people wouldn't mind kind of listening in, even as it's exam week. So just something to kind of listen to. Honestly, this became more of a you teaching me about K-pop thing. So honestly, but I think that's better. That's better. I don't think I could have done the same thing. Okay, but another reason was because so we were having dinner here the other day, and so the chaplain of so the priest here in the center suddenly brings up SB19. Do you know SB19?
Yes, the Filipino. I think that's a Filipino group that I think they actually train in Korea to learn how the choreography.
Mm. Are they
Why?
are they actually popular? Parang
They
I've
are
only just
popular actually to the younger generation now. Not yet to us. I don't know not yet to us, but it's really pushed forward uh by for those that are like for nation building, those that are very Pinoy pride. If
mm,
you want to if you need to say something that could boost Pinoy pride, SB19 is always something that needs to be mentioned.
mm. So, kasi actually we it was a little not weird, pero parang we watched it here in the center. Two of their music videos. We watched the Watawat, and we
Uh-huh.
watched. Uh, they had a music video at the UN or something like that.
Yeah, they actually hit the Billboard charts.
Mm,
They topped the Billboard charts. Can you imagine that? I haven't
yeah.
watched. That's the thing. I haven't watched or heard them yet. I only see
Mm.
them on the news.
Wala lang, parang it's just a little weird na parang I'm sitting in the living room with three priests and then a lot of older guys and then we're watching SB19. Parang it was a little.
I have no thoughts about it though. Like, uh, one thing. Okay, one thing I know that a lot of older generations reject about K-pop and the like. Now that we're talking about SB19, is that they're changing the look of what a guy should look like. And the older generation kind of rejects what the young generation looks like because based from these K-pop idols, they say
Mm,
na, oh, parang I don't sound that this is derogatory, but they would refer to them as gays, bading, or so on and so forth.
Mm.
And was that touched on by by the priest?
A little bit. I mean, I think I remember, yun nga, parang K-pop in general, parang their view is more feminine yung itsura. And then,
Mm-hmm.
yan, parang, there's that. I mean, personally, how do I put it? I'm more concerned about the whole, yun nga. That's why I like the idea of that other guy in, what's his name? In Super Junior. What's his name?
Oh my gosh, I forgot again. Going out to the chat to look for it. But yeah, him.
So yun nga, parang
Yeah.
so I was happy that he was there kasi parang yun nga.
Don't you want to show it? Okay, let's look for pictures so that everyone knows. Although I think all of them knows Christian Dan looks like. Maybe not everyone knows. Oh my gosh, I closed the tab so that everyone knows what we're talking about. Why we're saying how different he looks like.
Sige,
Alright, go. Keep your spiel. I'll look for the picture.
Anyway, kasi more of my concern rather than the feminine looks is parang, I suppose, the obsession with looking a particular way. So parang yun yung concern ko with the whole K-pop thing. Na parang yun nga, you have these idols and people see that they look like this, and then so that's really my main concern. That's yun nga, parang people's perception of what they should look like is falls into what K-pop idols look like. What's that second one? Is that him? He looks thinner there.
Much younger back then also.
Okay. So yun, parang more than the whole feminine thing. I mean, okay, fine. I mean, personally, I'm not a fan of the whole wearing makeup and all of these things, and parang, but okay, you do you. Parang, ayun, I think that's a video. I saw a bit different video, but yun, I guess yun, it's that trying to copy that. Parang Korea had like what's this? A problem with parang with I think it was more the makeup industry, pero parang yun nga, they're parang self-image, parang and then
everyone was having plastic surgeries and
yun actually. So parang they're uncomfortable in their own skin. And I hope that that doesn't happen to the fans. And I guess as a connection to that, my other concern with K-pop is yung the idol worship. I guess is the best way I can put it.
Okay. Okay, well, that's one thing that I wanted to talk about, but we don't have time. It's the photo cards. Like, how much are you willing? Although, I mean, I do spend for Battle Pass, so I don't, I can't speak well for that. But the photo cards are, it's a collectible, and I can't judge because I do understand that if you like, I collect board games myself, so yeah. But collect. It's one thing I always joke about is like, people buy albums, but have they actually played the CD? Like, do you actually have a CD player to play the CD? But I know it's meant to help support the group because like the funds that are used, it goes back to the company to fund the group as well. So okay, that's the concept behind it. But also capitalism.
But yeah, parang I guess I hope that I mean, I can. So I guess to kind of wrap up this entire class, I can really understand the appeal of K-pop. I mean, eto pa lang, parang what's on the screen right now, dance pa lang, parang yeah, okay, definitely, parang it's impressive. Wala pang music yan, I can't hear the music. But I can definitely see the appeal. I guess yun nga, parang if ever my only reservations are yun nga, parang the excessive attention to physical appearance I mean, don't get me wrong, parang the visuals are definitely impressive, and pero parang I'm just hoping it doesn't translate to the fans na parang they have to look that way, that they have to feel like if they want to imitate, they have to, rather than copy the music or the dancing, they focus on the physical. So I'm worried about that. And yun nga, the idol worship na parang appreciate what they do, appreciate their product, which I'm sure is what they'd want more. Sana na parang they have an appreciation for what they do, their work, their music, their production, and that more than, I suppose, the personality, it's we appreciate their work, and yun nga, parang let's, I know I can't tell people what to do. Parang it's your money, it's your time, but just to, I suppose, be moderate about things. Ikaw, Josh,
Sir Tarcy's just, my words. Sir Tarcy's just salty that how can you guys give so much love to K-pop idols when you're not giving the same much love to our channel?
Don't care. Honestly, this channel could go down.
I don't know. But yeah, don't forget to love yourselves, which is actually a song also by a K-pop group. No one to know what is. I'm not sure if it's right or wrong because I don't think it's an evil corporation that's me, my capitalist thinking again, taking all our money. But remember to apply it onto yourself. Don't be too hypocritical that they say all of these things and then suddenly all the messages that they give you just goes out the window. If they promote love, if they promote treating each other as human beings, how can we treat others as trash? So try to practice what you preach. I think these are forms of media that it's actually good. It's a way that for me as a teacher, I can't seem to connect as much as I can to students, but I hope that the media that they consume is something that they really take in responsibly, that they actually learn from what they do. Yeah. So yeah, that's all. That's my takeaway from this.
Okay, so I think that's it for this episode. Thank you all for joining us. Maybe it wasn't what you're expecting. I don't know. Maybe people were expecting a React episode. And let me just say in advance that you probably don't want a React episode from me, especially because if you want to see a blank face over 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then it's definitely not going to be that. So I think it's better. Parang Sir Q explaining the intricacies of K-pop to me rather than me assuming things and okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed, or at least parang were sufficiently entertained, or we were good enough background noise for you while you're studying for your exams. And thank you all for coming, and I guess we'll see you next week.
See you next week. I might be.
All right. So Sir Q will probably be taking a break. So unfortunately, he'll be stuck with me. I will see what I can do to liven things up even while Sir Q is gone. So yeah.
It's a break next week. A break. So something fun. Maybe you guys can have something fun next week.
Okay. So you'll see what I'll cook up and let the chips fall where they may. Okay.
Don't forget the likes and dislikes. If you don't like this, dislike. If you like this, like. But if you find this entertaining to share with others, to laugh about, go ahead. Share it. Thank you all for tonight, and good luck. Good luck with your exams, and I hope you're well. We're still not out of the woods with this virus, but please take care of yourselves. Hey, if you get 500 views, Sir Tarcy will.
No, whatever he says, no. Okay, bye. See you next week.